Today I am tracking my health goals and I mainly put out financial content, so if that's not your cup of tea, that is totally fine. I have another video I'll link up above that might be of more interest to you. We are revisiting our 12-week year goals for our health goals today. Got some notes here, so let's take a look. We'll dive right in. Our top category is health, and the first thing on there is movement. We want to get out and do a Sunday sunrise every week. I've been doing this with my oldest daughter, and this last week we went on a road trip up to Lake Superior, caught a coffee shop, and it was perfect weather, great sunrise. So check, yes, we did that. My next goal is stretch, to do yoga each week. I've just been doing yoga with Adriene. I love her videos. They're very easy to follow. And so this last week I did a couple sessions, but the one that I'll link down below is just a 10-minute morning session. I would even like to work in some sort of stretching or movement right away in the morning each and every day, but for now we're just doing a couple sessions each week, so checking that off. Lifting, I'm getting back into lifting weights, and I did my deadlift this week, but I also, on the other day that I did a yoga video, I did an overhead press, and those ones always get me a little bit with like neck support, where my neck is a little bit sore after. And I don't know if that's my form or if I'm overcompensating, but I'll have to take a little bit closer look into that. So check. The next item is meet, and this is specifically geared towards health in the community. For this one, I signed up for Weight Watchers last month. I hadn't made it to any sessions on my last check-in, but I did let the cat out of the bag to say I made it to this most recent one, and that was nice to meet other people in the community who are working on health and fitness and strength and all those sorts of things. At this point in time, I'm actually not tracking calories or points. I just try to get in fruits, veggies, protein, fiber, all those sorts of things. Last line item is to track habits. So I did water intake the first week. Second week we tracked sleep, and then this last week I've been tracking steps, and I have been able to get at least 6,000 steps each day. And then some of the hiking days where I go walk with my mom or go on these Sunday sunrise hikes, I surpassed the 10,000 step range. So it really just varies, but I'm glad I'm getting out and moving. It's really helpful to track it, so I've been just wearing my watch. Check that one as well. And so we have check boxes for all of the health items this week. We didn't fare quite as well on this bottom section, but we did make some progress. So 12-week year, I did read up to the section I'm supposed to be at, and it's been helpful because I have set a bookmark for how far I want to get for the week, and I just go through and read up till that page. And I have my own copy of the 12-week year, so I've just been highlighting as I go. This week it was interesting because they talked about accountability and how a lot of times we equate it to bad behavior, like, oh, we got to keep them accountable, and in turn the negative consequences that go along with that. In chapter 8 it says accountability is not consequences but ownership. It is a character trait, a life stance, a willingness to own your actions and results regardless of the circumstances. It also just talked about how important it is to have downtime so that you don't lose your creative edge, just really building in that rest time. Next one is Mistborn. I haven't been successful with this again this week. I really just think I need to get into the series and then maybe I can learn to like the narrator. That's what happened with Name of the Wind. I didn't like the narrator at first, and now I've listened to books upon books of that same narrator because I grew to like him so much. So what I did is I actually ordered the trilogy from Target because it was on sale. So I'm going to read the book in print first, and then I think I might try to listen to the Audible with Joel while we're walking. We did get a walk-in in the evening this last week when it gets to be dark and it's like twilight and you hear the owls and you look up and there's like bats flying through the sky. It's just such a peaceful time of day. We'll see if that new angle works for us, but for now we are putting that on the back burner and we'll circle back to it. The last one is deep cleaning. So specific cleaning task, dedicate about an hour to that. I can really just deep dive into things and then spend 3 to 4 hours on them. So I was like, okay, I want to do some deep cleaning, but I want to still preserve my time, my downtime to do other things I care about. This week actually was pretty busy, so I did get 15 minutes in to organize all of our kitchen paperwork that we have, so that felt really good to get that in order. But since I actually finished and completed that task, I did decide to not extend that to the full hour this week. Counting it as a win, I'm going to check that off. The last items we have on here are just radar items, so we still haven't gone for our car camping, but that is coming up here in the next month. And then I do have an extra day off this weekend, so I plan to work on some Etsy templates. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the budget one first, but I might do a goal planning, goal tracking template that I'll list. I mentioned last week that I was going to try to make an overview for the week so that I had a template that I could use. And so I was able to use this, posted it up on my cabinet, and went through and highlighted it throughout the week as I finished tasks. This was very helpful because I do tend to be a visual person. And as much as I love my spreadsheets, I'm not always on them each day. So seeing them right in my face in the kitchen, so helpful. All right, that does it for our goals update this week, but let me know what progress you've made over the last week or what progress you're looking forward to making in this upcoming week. We'll see you on the next one. Bye!